on the recording. Yes, I know that because I just did it. Okay, so hello to Dave Glanzer. It's good to see you. Um, Welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. This is my, I'm sure we're over 100 at this point. I should probably count that up and see. But my guests today are Joe Isaacs, who I met at the Far West campfire, I think, maybe. Maybe not, maybe a catbird. But one of those song circles that started during the pandemic, and it was too much fun to let go of it. So even though we can now shake each other's hands, we are still doing this online because we like it. It's fun. And Joe is in Maryland, I believe. And yeah, I'm so smart. And he's a wonderful songwriter, and I'm really pleased to have him here. Thank you for saying yes to this, Joe. And the other guest for today, I'm really excited to introduce Irina Rivkin to my peeps. Irina and I were members of Indie Girl back a couple thousand years ago, and I was in charge of the Indie Girl Showcase one year and got to know her music and ran into her again, this time really at the Far West campfire, which is also online, and was delighted to see her again and that she's still active and the music is incredible. Why, thank you. Me too, you. And so that's our show today. So, Joe, would you like to kick it off?
I'd be delighted. Um, I'm going to do something dumb and do my newest song, which of course is bad. Bad idea. But I always do it anyway. Coming through okay? I don't know what I'm doing up here in the air. Acting like I don't have a care. Maybe I don't want to be here at all. But if I stopped flying, I would fall. And you should see the view from these great heights.
Why don't you try going out and coming in again?
You could see past all the wrongs that could be made right. Jan, I think you got to mute.
Weird. Well, force quit Zoom then.
Jan, Jan, I don't
Oh,
think you're muted.
I'm
No worries. No
so
worries.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You should see the view from these great heights. You could see past all the wrongs and how they could be made right. So I'll keep banging on these strings, hoping I learn to grow wings. You should feel this feeling called love. It'll make you feel like you're flying up above. It's written down deep in our code. And if you're flying, you will soar. Hurts like hell when you hit the ground. Just gotta help no one else is around. Pick yourself up again. Soon you'll be flying once again. You should feel this miracle called life. You could see it all when you're in flight. You're looking down at patchworks on the whole. And I can feel this humming in my soul. Thank you very much.
I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
No worries. You're managing the show and you got technical things to worry about. It happens. We're all human. It's fine. No worries.
No, me, Okay, you caught me with one of the lines in the song you just did. That was lovely, by the way.
Thank you so much.
But I remember. Whoops. I remember when I first met Andy, and I would actually set aside time to sit at one end of the sofa and just grin. Big stupid grin on my face. Because I knew if I didn't do that, I would not be able to give any energy to anything else because I'd be doing it all day long. And this song is about that. It's 2:38. Yes, I'm still awake. I am thinking of you. Now why should it be at 3:15? I'm lying here thinking of you. I've watched some TV, Sex in the City, while thinking of you. And I can't even read about the Code of Da Vinci, 'cause I'm thinking of you. With a smile on my face, I'm glad no one can see. I've no need for sleep. Apparently, you've invaded my thoughts and you've conquered my dreams. And all of that's just fine with me. If you came to my door at 4:10, you'd find me here thinking of you. And if you spied by moonlight or lamplight or flashlight, you'd find me here thinking of you. The minutes tick by, but when I close my eyes, I am thinking of you. Soon I'll have to get up, but that won't mean I'll stop thinking of you. With a smile I'm hoping no one understands. I'll go through my day in fantasy land. You're in all of my plans and in each thing I do. And I'm not really trying, you'd say, and it's true, 'cause I don't really want to be through thinking of you. I'm just thinking of you.
All right.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
Hello to Jenna. And I believe, Irina, that you're up.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. So this song is called Hold the Moment, and I wrote it about more than 20 years ago when I was wishing that there was more than 24 hours in a day. And I originally wrote it for an a cappella group that I was part of, but then I rearranged it for live looping, and so these days I'm doing even more live looping because I'm just performing virtually solo. But so this is called Hold the Moment, and everything you're about to hear is live. I dreamed I went down to the river. It was hot and I needed a swim. But the once rushing currents were streams now, and I had nowhere to jump in. The next day I came back to wade there, but now even the streams had run dry. So I dug through the sand to find water, but it only would flow from my eyes. Moments are minutes, are hours, are days, are weeks, are years, are decades. Seconds and seasons get blurred in a haze, climbing up through the town, sliding sand. Oh, do moments are minutes, are hours, are days, are weeks, are years, are decades. Let it seconds and seasons get blurred in a haze, climbing up through the town, sliding sand. But instead the moment slips through my fingers like a river that's no longer calm. I said I think I've almost found it as I search through the cracks of my palm. Moments are minutes, are hours, are days, are hours, are years, are weeks, are years, are seconds and seasons get blurred in a haze, climbing up through the town, sliding up through the town, sliding sand. Moments are minutes, are hours, are days, are hours, are days, are weeks, are years, are weeks, are years, are seconds and seasons get blurred in a haze, climbing up through the town, sliding moments are minutes, are hours, are days, are weeks, are years. My arms, let it seasons and seasons through my skin, climbing up through the town, sliding sand. I dreamed I went down to the river, but what I found was a riverbed dry. So I dug through the sand to find water, but it only would flow from my eyes. Oh, do moments, some minutes, some hours, our days, our weeks, our years, my arms. Let it seasons through my skin, climbing up through the town, sliding sand. Oh, do let rushing through my veins can't make more hours in a day. Let rushing through my veins can't make more hours in a day. Let rushing through my veins can't make more hours in a day. Can't slip into the seasons, getting hard in a taste. Oh, to hold the moment.
Amazing. That was
Oh,
gorgeous.
wow.
Thank you so much.
That was super cool.
Thank you. This next song is called "Nevertheless We Persist," and let me just make a quick little adjustment here for a second. And I wrote this song in early 2017. And actually, I wanted to mention that I also started a scholarship called the Nevertheless We Persist Scholarship for Laney College students who are students with disabilities who are first-generation college students and low income and experiencing barriers and challenges. I'll put that in the chat in a little bit. But 100% of my music proceeds are going to the Nevertheless We Persist Scholarship for low-income Laney College students. And so this is the song, Nevertheless We Persist. Nevertheless, she persisted. Nevertheless, we persist. Nevertheless, she resisted. Nevertheless, we resist. No matter who tries to repress us, no matter who's grabbing the key, we're gonna raise up our voices for freedom and truth and solidarity. Oh, nevertheless she persisted. Nevertheless we persist. Nevertheless she resisted. Nevertheless we resist. Coretta King wrote the truth in a letter back in 1986. When Liz Warren started to read it, they tried to silence her, but she did persist. Oh, nevertheless she persisted. Nevertheless we persist. Nevertheless she resisted. Nevertheless we resist. Nevertheless we persist, persist. Nevertheless we resist, resist. Nevertheless we persist, persist. Nevertheless we resist, resist. Despite what they do to repress us. Hate isn't long till we take back the keys. We're gonna rise up together for justice. Rise till everybody is free. Oh, nevertheless she persisted. Nevertheless we persist. Nevertheless she resisted. Nevertheless we resist. Oh, nevertheless she persisted. Nevertheless we persist. Nevertheless she resisted. Nevertheless we resist. Resist. Nevertheless she persisted. Persist. Nevertheless we resist. Resist. Nevertheless we persist, persist. Nevertheless we resist, resist. Nevertheless we persist, persist. Nevertheless we resist, resist, resist. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and
yeah. Woo!
Thank you so much. And I'll put information about the scholarship in the chat. And I'm so excited to hear Joe again.
Man, that was awesome. Thank you. This is great. You ladies are wonderful. All right, I'll do, I think, this one. This is a song I wrote after the murder of George Floyd. Sound coming through okay?
Yep.
Cool. And don't forget to mute. 100 steps forward, 99 back. 100 steps forward, 99 back. We reach for the stars. We reach for the stars. But like a knee across the neck, like a man's last living breath, we grab on the speed. We told our children, make the world a better place. We told our children, now we can barely show our face. Reach for the stars. We reach for the stars. Like a polar bear on melting ice, like a man clinging desperately to his own worst vice. We grab on the speed. We had this conversation 40 years before. In 40 years before that, don't know we got 40 more. We reach for the stars. We reach for the stars. But like a factory full of child slaves, like soldiers digging a mass grave, we grab on the speed. We wear our uniforms. Crease looks real good. Veneer civilization on the surface. Just don't check beneath the hood. We reach for the stars. We reach for the stars. But like a knee across the neck, like a man's last living breath, we grab on the space. Nothing's ever gonna change, If it don't change right now, ain't no slowly getting better. It's gotta change right now. 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 Thank you. A nice light song for you.
Oh, yeah. We like those. Well, I found out last night at the Catbird Song Circle that this weekend, and I'm not sure whether it meant yesterday or today, but this is Women's Equality Weekend, not to mention Women's Equality Year, and how about Century? And I was coming up with something that I had that would fit into that picture. And I remembered this song that I wrote because as Folk Alliance has several regions. Far West is one of them. Always thought that was really cute. It's Folk Alliance Region West, but Far West describes it absolutely. And one of the things I love about our region, which is coming up at the end of September, our conference, is when you collect your registration materials, you also get a song prompt. You reach into a fishbowl and you pull out a paper, and that prompt is yours come hell or high water. And the goal of the prompt is for you to have a song to present at brunch on Sunday, despite workshops and showcases and more showcases and an all-night Beatle jam that lasts until 4 a.m. You will be writing this song and you will be singing it on Sunday morning or not, but I try to do it. My prompt this year, this year that I'm going to refer to coincided with the confirmation hearings for Kavanaugh. And that was going on that Friday, the first day of the conference, and it was very disturbing, to say the least, because that was the day that Christine Bailey Ford testified. And my prompt was something so close to the Serenity Prayer as makes no difference. And that prayer for the uninitiated, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I can't say it, but I can feel it. And this is the song that resulted. And I made it deliberately a cappella, and I was thinking the same thing about yours, Irina. I wanted people to be able to sing it while they were marching. Gonna lay my serenity on the line, boys. I'm laying my serenity on the line. You used to call me adaptable, but now I must decline. I won't accept what I know needs changing. Gonna lay my courage on the line, boys. I'm laying my courage on the line. I used to go along to get along like I was deaf and blind. Now I won't accept what I know needs changing. Gonna stop apologizing. Gonna stop apologizing. Gonna stop apologizing. 'Cause I'm not sorry. And I'm laying my wisdom on the line, boys. I'm laying my wisdom on the line. And I'll keep on persisting and take back what is mine. And I won't accept what I know needs changing. I won't accept what I know in my heart, and I always have. Won't accept what I know needs changing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. So back to you, Joe.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, yeah, for those of you, as everyone know, we're kind of doing a little bit of a weird system, but it'll all even out in
Yeah.
the end. I won't bother you with the details, but all right. So this song is called "Minefield," and it is about my brain because I have like stuff like stuck in there from like junior high school, and like, man, I really resent what happened in that PE class, and it's like going around, and it's like, tomorrow's my birthday. I'm going to be 51. So it's like, the stuff from junior high school should probably be over by now. So like, if I could get like, a vacuum cleaner, and some like, a deep carpet cleaner maybe, and, just like sort of clean up my brain would be good. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think guitar work helps. I think walks help. Surprisingly, the hot tub helps. I don't know why, but whatever works. But I'm trying to find out ways, meditation, breathing to like sort of clear out my mind and just take a little bit better control of it and choose like what I'm gonna, sort of let flip past. So that's what this song is about. It's called Minefield, and it's sort of it takes the metaphor of my mind being like this really dirty basement and like it's kind of a mess down there. There's like broken glass down there. There's all, you'll see. Sorry. I wouldn't go down there. I wouldn't go down there. It's like a minefield down there. It's a mess down there. All these thoughts in my mind, and I can't seem to find any peace of mind. Thoughts overflowing like dishes in the sink, and they just go clink, 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 and I ain't got room to think. All these thoughts on constant rewind, cluttering up my mind. Oh no, I gotta let it go, for they drag me deep below. All these thoughts that I stole, what doesn't serve me, let it go. Doesn't serve you, let it go. 'Cause it's like a minefield in there. I wouldn't go down there. No, I wouldn't go down there. It's like a minefield down there. There's negative thoughts down there. There's jealous rage down there. Frustrated dreams down there. I gotta go down there. I gotta get it straightened down there. Oh, this life that I've been living, I got to be forgiven. Others so I can forgive myself. Take my heart down off the shelf. Think about someone else. 'Cause all this anger that I stole, it'll drag me deep below. What doesn't serve me, let it go. What doesn't serve you, let it go. What doesn't serve you, let it go. 'Cause it's like a minefield down there. I gotta go down there. I gotta get it sorted down there. gotta go down there. Gotta get it sorted down there. Thank you very much.
Boy, am I ever with you on that one? um, well, I could do that, but I could also do this. This came out of nowhere. My daughter came out while I was working on it and said, "What is that?" And I said, "I don't know." Where are all the Gretas and Marlenas and all the Mae Wests? Where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime. That's all out of style nowadays. But I still long for old time, steamy romance, satin gowns and stockings with seams, and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back, 'cause I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna whistle like Bacall and have 'em all eating from my hand. They put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I'd prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, it seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me jewelry, and open doors and pull me out a seat, and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I wanna be a femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of the femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna give the boys the eye, call some guy my honey lamb. I'd have 'em all in a spell, I'd have 'em in a trance. If I was a femme fatale, I would be sensational. I wanna be a vamp.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And back to you, Irina.
Thank you so much. That was great. And did I hear correctly that it is Joe's birthday?
Monday it is, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you prefer to go by Joe or Joseph?
I go by either, yeah.
Either? Okay, cool. So this is a song about celebrating our birthdays during the pandemic, which is pretty much all of us. And so this is Baila Conmigo birthday version. And today this song is dedicated to you, Joe. And this is there's a line in the song that even if we're not in the same room, we'll keep on dancing. So feel free to dance along. Oh, I just realized I need the mic stand for this because I'm going to dance. Sorry about that. I forgot about the mic stand need here. I changed my song choice the last minute when I heard it was Joe's birthday. Tum barum tum tum barum tum tum barum ta ta. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Tum barum tum day barum da. Tum barum tum tum barum ta ta. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Tum barum tum day barum da. Tum barum conmigo, bailaré contigo. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Nos quiere animar. Tum barum conmigo, bailaré contigo. Day, si no estamos en el mismo cuarto, vamos a bailar. Tum barum tum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum tum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum conmigo, bailaré contigo. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Todo olvidar. Tum barum conmigo, bailaré contigo. Day, si se siente de energía, vamos a bailar. Tum barum tum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum tum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum tum barum ta ta. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Tum barum tum day barum da. Tum barum barum ta ta. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Tum barum tum day barum da. Canta conmigo, cantaré contigo. Day, siente como la música nos quiere animar. Tum barum conmigo, cantaré contigo. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Vamos a cantar. Tum barum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum day barum day. Happy birthday Joseph. Happy birthday. Tum barum ta ta. Day, happy birthday Joseph. Tum barum day. 'Cause it's your birthday on Monday.
Oh, that was awesome. best version of Happy Birthday ever.
Really?
Thank you so much. Thank you. And this next song is, so I'm actually, for those who are listening who are wondering why I'm doing two songs in a row, I'm doing two songs, then Joe and Jan are doing two songs each, but in the round, and then I'm doing two songs. That way it's the loop station setup stuff. But so this song is called Our Future is Stronger Than Fear, and the first two verses of this song were inspired by Laney College students who had overcome a lot of challenges and went on to graduate. And then the third verse varies from place to place. Thanks so much. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I have some hand disabilities, and I kind of slipped up there. Sorry about that. Okay. Ooh, our future is stronger than fear. 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 May you be safe, may you be free. May you always clearly see your power that flows deep inside is 1,000 rivers wide. May you be safe, may you be free. May you always clearly see there is a reason you are here. Your future is stronger than fear. When haters hate, when bigots roar, our future is stronger than fear. You still know why your spirit soar. Our future is stronger than fear. You dream your dreams, you look ahead. Our future is stronger than fear. Life slams you down, but you rise instead. Our future is stronger than fear. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see our power that flows deep inside is 1,000 rivers wide. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see there is a reason we are here. Our future is stronger than fear. A river runs to reach the sea. Our future is stronger than fear. Our purpose here, it sets us free. Our future is stronger than fear. No dam can block our current's flow. Our future is stronger than fear. Yeah, nothing can stop us when we know our future is stronger than fear. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see our power that flows deep inside is 1,000 rivers wide. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see there is a reason we are here. Our future is stronger than fear. We join here in community. Our future is stronger than fear. We'll fight till everyone is free. Our future is stronger than fear. Thanks to Jan, now we are here. Our future is stronger than fear. Sunday songs all through the year. Our future is stronger than fear. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see our power that flows deep inside is 1,000 rivers wide. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see there is a reason we are here. Our future is stronger than fear. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see our power that flows deep inside is 1,000 rivers wide. We will be safe, we will be free. We will always clearly see there is a reason we are here. Our future is stronger than fear. This is the reason we are here. Our future is stronger than fear.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. And back to Joe.
The future is stronger than fear. I love that. 1,000 rivers wide. It's like all these songs, it's like I don't know. I mean, most songwriters that I've met, like, kind of admit that we don't know necessarily where all the wisdom of our songs that we write come from. It's like, where did some of these lines come from? Like, I think our unconscious brain must be part of it. That's so much stronger than our conscious mind. So I think that that we can tap into that. So anyway, I'm gonna do a song kind of about that. I think it kind of introduces me as a songwriter because I'm not like, you know putting on pretensions of being like mysterious and like a guru or something. I'm just a guy, right? Um, and I'm an ordinary guy. But one thing I have developed a skill at is just to kind of get out of my own way and kind of hear what my heart and what my I like to say what my guitar is trying to whisper to me. Like I'll find a chord or something that'll kind of like be a little mysterious or intriguing to me, and then like what does that want me to explore? You know, what part of me does that want me to explore? And some of those lines that come out of nowhere like that, I think, are because we're receptive to that. You know, and we learn to be receptive to that and learn to step out of our own way. Ray Bradbury talked about like try to catch the lightning. If you're looking for some mystic, I'm afraid that ain't my shtick. I don't know no more than you do. But just at my periphery, there's something I'm beginning to see. The faintest hint of a mystery. Sunlight in a smoky room. And maybe I don't understand. The truth is like a rubber band. The more you stretch it, things expand. Things just slip right through at the edge of our understanding. We can see so far away from the edge of our understanding. We can see clear into a brighter day from the edge. If you're looking for someone who writes love songs, I'm afraid you pegged me wrong. But I ain't afraid of a little loss. No, I ain't afraid to get lost. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have gotten lost at all. And what will I find today? Will I discover some new way? All the things I'd never see if I never close my eyes. And sure, maybe sometimes I go off the rail, but you never know until you fail. Maybe I just don't know. The truth is like a tornado. I'm chasing it, trying to catch its lightning, but it just slips away. The edge of our understanding. See the lightning crackle across the bay. The edge of our understanding. We can see clear into a better day from the edge. Now if you're looking to be my fan, I think you should understand I am just an ordinary man. But I do know how to get out of my own way, hear what the guitar's got to say. Maybe that's something after all. Maybe there are 6 steel threads woven between our hearts and heads, and we're just plucking at it, trying to make a tune. But the melody just slips away at the edge of our understanding. You hear the sirens singing across the bay from the edge of our understanding. We can see something emerging from the haze from the edge of our understanding. See the faint outlines of a better way from the edge of our understanding. We can see clear into a brighter day day from the edge. Thank you very much.
That was lovely and so true.
Thank you.
That's one of the things that produced the song I'm going to do next is just relaxing and letting it getting out of the way. And I have to give Wayne Dyer a little credit because I had a book of his on my shelf and it supplied the line I needed. Because I'd been asked to play at the University Baptist Church for the Sunday after Easter. And the theme was Doubting Thomas. And the University Baptist Church bills itself as not your father's Baptist church, and it isn't. And I had nothing about doubting Thomas. It's not a concept that's familiar to me. I wasn't raised in that faith, but this was the result, and I just okay, well, if I can't come up with anything before Sunday, I guess I'll just do something, religion-like. And I just happened to glance up at the right moment, and I saw Wayne Dyer's book on my shelf, and I went, okay. Let's face it, sometimes your faith is tested. Sometimes the prize is wrested from your hands. Let's face it, your best friend can let you down. Your best plan may not work out the way you planned it. Even in a time of sorrow, tomorrow can still be sweet if you believe love is stronger than evil. If you believe there's reason to hope. If you believe there can be a better future and that you will see it because you believe. Let's face it, sometimes the news is bad. Sometimes the movie's sad when it's ended. Let's face it, life can change so fast. A love that was supposed to last can leave you stranded. Even in the darkest crisis, the light is never asleep. If you believe love is stronger than evil. If you believe there's reason to hope. If you believe there can be a better future and you will see it because you believe love is stronger than evil. If you believe there's reason to hope. If you believe there will be a better future and you will see it because you believe it. There can be a better future and you will see because you believe.
Oh, that was awesome.
Thank you. So we are now back to you, Joe.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this whole concept.
If I had a list, I mean, if I didn't have a list, I would be having the same hard time.
All right, well, we're kind of on that topic. This is a song called "God Inside," and I guess I've always struggled. I guess I'm a doubting Thomas, and but I do believe, in that power. I do believe, in that power we can tap into, um, and so that's what this song's about. And speaking about the subconscious mind part, it's like when my name is Joseph, right? And Joseph in the Bible was a dreamer, and I've had some songs come to me in dreams, and some song ideas, you as well. And so I think it's a great way of tapping into your subconscious mind, seeing what's there. You don't have to stay there. You can push it on and investigate it more, and that's what the whole songwriting process is for. But some of those seeds. I like it when it's quiet in the morning. The sun's just kissing the sky. The dreams are still warm inside me. Nestle at my insides. The dreams are so much smarter, so much wiser than me. They whisper to me things my conscious mind is just beginning to see. So he's God inside. I like it when the snow is falling. Ain't no footsteps to be found. So it's clear we are walking on sacred ground. Now I don't believe in an old man with a beard sitting up there in the sky, but I believe in the power we all keep deep inside. So listen to your heart. It won't tell you exactly what to do, but listen to it. Your life will always, 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 always be true. So here's to you, God inside. Thank you.
Well, the time has come. I have this aging trackpad on my laptop, and it doesn't always do what I say to do. It sometimes I put it on something and I click it, and the cursor slides away into some other part of the screen. So if I'm late getting back, it's not because I didn't want to say that was a wonderful song. um, Here's the reason, though, that I wanted to make sure that I got this in. The time has come to ask this burning question. Joe, where can you be found online, and where are you going to be next?
Okay, that's a so I do have a Bandcamp page. I also have a YouTube channel, Joseph Isaacs Music, um, and I can put both of. I'll put a link to those in both the chat here and on the Facebook page to help make that easier. And I have a showcase that's both in person and on Zoom called the Music Matters Showcase, which I would be. Jan has played it, and I hope Jan plays it more. And I'd be delighted to have Irina on it because Irina, I'm a big fan already. But it's and some wonderful musicians. Some of them who have been supporting us and like Rick Drost and Jen. I think I might have seen others. Art Grossman. Um, that's on Zoom. I'll put the link in for that as well. And that happens about, it's happening about once a month these days. We'll see. I was doing a little bit more before, but, um, yeah, so that's about the places, and I'll place those links. Thank you for asking.
Sure. And Irina, same question to you. Where can you be found online, and where will you be next?
Yes, so I can be found on, I'm going to put it in the chat, but youtube.com/Irina Rivkin, IRINA RIVKIN. I also have a website, irinarivkin.com, that's not quite updated. Um, and Facebook, I have a Facebook page, and facebook.com/Irina Rivkin, and I put information about my music there. And then where I'm performing next, I'm always doing remote performances because of medical challenges, but um, and I'm going to be doing a benefit concert for the Nevertheless We Persist Scholarship, and that's going to be on December 10th of this year, and that's going to be it's free, but donations are welcome to the Nevertheless We Persist Scholarship for low-income students, Laney College students with disabilities. And so I'm going to put some info in the chat, and I'm going to do other concerts before that, but the specific dates aren't set up yet. But yeah, thank you so much. And then I welcome folks to follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/Irina Rivkin. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I can be found at janseides.com and also janseides.bandcamp.com. Bandcamp every once in a while, I think maybe the first Friday of every month, they turn over the entire proceeds to the artist. So that would be a great time to go shopping. At my own website, I have all my music and a book and jewelry made from my guitar strings and other interesting things. This is a piece that was made by Kathy Miller of Lo- Love and Life Art, and I'm probably not going to let go of this one, but you should know that there are plenty of others. Um, and let's see, what else? Oh, the next place I'm going to be. Actually, the next place most of the places I'm going to be in the near future are here. So if you would like to know about these shows coming up in the future, or they are all on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Jan Seides. All of the shows are archived there, and if you want to know about future ones, please put your name and your email in the chat and let me know that that's why you're doing that, and I will make sure that you're on the mailing list. It comes out once a month with a story or two and a list of who's going to be on and what else I'm doing, which lately has gotten to be way more interesting than it ever was in the past. I've got so many irons in the fire right now. And I'll tell you all about it, I promise. So I'm going to play a song that I didn't exactly write it in a dream. It was damn close, though. It was all there when I woke up, and it was a complaint. I have had a few songs come to me in dreams, and they're usually related to, by the most gossamer of threads, to something I've been thinking about. This one was directly. Hold on. I would like you to enjoy it, so. What's that thing that people say? We tune because we care? Okay. In my dreams, I always remember the lyrics. And in my dreams, I never miss a note. I can make the rosewood ring, my fingers flying over the strings. In my dreams, I notice the kind words more than the harsh ones, and joys more than complaints. And I always seem to know what I can change and what I must let go. In my dreams, awake, I've a memory like a sieve. I'm impatient with those I love, and I often forget to forgive. Awake, I am bound by gravity. I take each step cautiously, and I treat love like a liar and a thief. But in my dreams, I can fly around the universe, and in my dreams, I never have to land. And I'm wise beyond my years, and brave beyond even my greatest fears. In my dreams, guess I'll have to work on me to make my real life more like the life I see. In my dreams.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. So, Irina, if I'm not mistaken, we are back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that was such a beautiful song. Thank you so much, Jan, for sharing that. That was really beautiful. So this song is called "Distancing Does Not End for Me," and just kind of its background for this. Because of medical challenges, I've actually not breathed within 6 feet of anyone but my partner in almost 3.5 years, with the exception of N95 masked medical and dental providers. And this is a song for and about all of us with disabilities and medical challenges that are still needing to isolate and stay safe. And so this is called "Distancing Does Not End for Me." And my partner has myeloma, which is early stage bone marrow cancer. And so we're isolating together here. So this is "Distancing Does Not End for Me." Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. But my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. But my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. Distancing does everyday products that most people wear impact the safety of air that we share. If someone's got perfume or hairspray or Tide, I get trouble breathing, get sick, have to hide. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. I'm not sick of Zoom 'cause it keeps me connected, and through a screen I've got so much to give. Joining remotely keeps me protected. I've just got this body and I'm gonna live. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. Her oncologist told her, when you get the vaccine, act like you didn't and keep isolating, 'cause with myeloma you're immune compromised. I feel her love when I look in her eyes. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. Oh, isolating together and staying connected. We are still here, we have got so much to give. Working remotely keeps us protected. These are our lives and we're still gonna live. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. My heart is free. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. My heart is free. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. My heart is free. Distancing does not end, oh no, it does not end. No, distancing does not end for me. Oh, oh, but my heart, it still beats, and my heart, it still loves, and my heart, it still longs to be free. Distancing does not end for me.
Brilliant.
Whoa.
Reality.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much. This song is called Waterfall, and it's about finding healing in nature. Oops, sorry about that. Just a second. Actually, I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to do this other one later. This song is called Я ее люблю, which means I love her in Russian. And this is a little background with the piano. I actually have hand disability, so I'm very limited with playing the piano, but the cool thing is I can loop it, which kind of helps. But I think I'm going to give my hands a little rest right now and do an a cappella. So this is I love her in Russian, which means it's Я ее люблю, which means I love her, and it's my Russian Jewish lesbian emigre coming out love song. I'm visiting my parents this week and I've been with you a while. I said I think it's time they meet you. You look at me and smile. I'm nervous as I'm talking to my mother on the phone. I ask, can I bring her with me next time I visit home? I don't like that you're like that, she says. She doesn't seem to see that there is only good in this. Does she herself feel free? I tell her, я ее люблю, from deep inside, that's how I feel. Я ее люблю, there's no denying this is real. Я ее люблю, she'll always be part of my life. Я ее люблю, she is my love, she'll be my wife. Я ее люблю, как счастье, что ее нашла. Я ее люблю, ведь жизнь мне радостна. Я ее люблю, это ж добро опять скажу. Я ее люблю, да трогает душу мою. She says, well, you can bring her if you just act like friends. I said, okay, then I won't kiss her, but I cannot pretend. And even without touching or saying who she is to me, the sparks that glow between us may be something you'll still see. Because я ее люблю, from deep inside, that's how I feel. Я ее люблю, there's no denying this is real. Я ее люблю, she'll always be part of my life. Я ее люблю, she is my love, she'll be my wife. Я ее люблю, как счастье, что ее нашла. Я ее люблю, ведь жизнь мне радостна. Я ее люблю, это ж добро опять скажу. Я ее люблю, да трогает душу мою. So at my parents' house, we are careful not to touch, but the way your eyes dance with mine, and your smile says so much. Mama meets you, and she likes you. She don't protest you're not a guy. She says she's happy we're together. Maybe she sees now why. Ай, яй, яй, я ее люблю, from deep inside, that's how I feel. Я ее люблю, there's no denying this is real. Я ее люблю, she'll always be part of my life. Я ее люблю, she is my love, she'll be my wife. Я ее люблю, как счастье, что ее нашла. Я ее люблю, ведь жизнь мне радостна. Я ее люблю, это добро опять скажу. Я ее люблю, да трогает душу мою. Я ее люблю. Thank you so much. And I'm back to Joe.
And we love you, Irina.
Oh my gosh.
Love you too. Love all of you too.
Wow. So cool. So, this song, I don't know, is like another one of these ones that sort of came. There was a. This is I wrote this kind of with the person in mind who was having some troubles, and so I'll let it speak for itself, though, I think. Everything's temporary, I guess. Oh man. Hold on, sorry. They say all you need is 3 chords and the truth. I suppose even I can get that for you. The truth is I don't know nothing, nothing at all. The truth is I don't know when comes the fall. All's we got's this moment, fill your heart with love. All's we got's this moment, me right here, right now, right here, right now. There's too much hatred, there's too many guns. They hand one out to just about anyone. There's too much fear tearing us apart. Let music bring us together, let it heal up our hearts. All's we got's a moment, let's be right here, right now. All's we got's this moment, fill your heart with love. Fill your heart with love. Breathe out the dark, breathe in the light. Close your eyes, take in the beauty, these internal sights. Think about all the kind people all around you. What's something good you could do? Be here for a moment, be right here, right now. Here for a moment, fill your heart with love. Fill your heart with love. Be right here. Be right here, right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a page from your book and do a brand new one. It doesn't matter if you're fat or slim, if you're her or him, who you take to your bed. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. We are all connected. Doesn't matter to whom you pray, what you say, or where you lay your head. It doesn't matter, 'cause anyway, we are all connected. And when you speak, some faraway star vibrates in sympathy. Meditate on that for a while. I bet it makes you smile eventually, 'cause it doesn't matter if you're large or small, or what you're called, or what books you've read. It doesn't matter, 'cause we are all intimately connected. And when you speak, faraway star will vibrate in sympathy. Try to think about that for a while. It'll make you smile, I know. 'Cause it doesn't matter if you're fat or slim, if you're her or him, or take to your bed. It doesn't matter about the color of your skin. We're all connected, intimately connected, endlessly connected. That's all I had to say on the subject.
That's a good one. We are one. Oh, I love it.
You got it.
I got the pattern finally. So on that same theme, this is a song about implicit bias, and I'm a big fan of the podcast Hidden Brain, and there's a book Hidden Brain too, and you guys know about the implicit bias studies, and like they interviewed actually on Hidden Brain. The person who created those, and did you? I didn't realize the original of the implicit bias was actually on gender, and there were similar results with gender, like being associated in not good ways by our brains. So it kind of is a little disconcerting. I think that's why people don't dwell on it more because, like, I mean, our brains are wonderful, but they're also very flawed, and we don't like to think of ourselves as being sort of unreliable narrators, but we are, and it's something important for us to keep in mind. The implicit bias studies, for anyone who doesn't know, people will tend to associate like negative things with like African American faces faster than they they're slower to associate good things with African American faces, and that's kind of disturbing. And we want to think of ourselves as not racist, but the truth is we're all racist, unfortunately, and the best we can do is acknowledge that. And the fun part of this introduction, because that's not the fun part. The fun part is in England they have like when you get off the underground train, there's this little space between the trains, and they're always saying, "Mind the gap, mind the gap." So that's kind of where the my little play on words. I thought I knew my own mind, turned out I don't know crap. Thought I had no implicit bias, turns out we all got that. Thought I had it all up front, turns out I was hidden in the back. Thought I knew my own mind, now I mind the gap. What we perceive impacts what we believe, but what we believe impacts what we perceive. Our minds are a mystery. Our minds are a mystery. I thought I had a photographic memory, but I forgot the flash. I thought I had a solid alibi, turned out it was pretty cracked. Thought everybody got a free deal, turned out the deck was stacked. Thought I that's what we achieve. A man's a mystery. A man's a mystery. Thank you.
They are indeed.
Thank you.
I remember I majored in music and anthropology when I was in school, and in one of my cultural anthropology classes, we started talking about how early in your life you're impacted by your culture, and there are studies that have determined that you're impacted by your culture before you're even out of the womb.
Mm. It's
So,
like I was kind of hoping there would at least be a few weeks where you were good, but
sorry. I mean, that's not all a bad thing, but at the same
right,
time,
right, right.
all
There's
that your
reasons for it too, right?
yeah, yeah,
But
but all
there's
that your culture sees as good, you will see as good, and all that your culture sees as bad or fearsome, guess
mhm.
what?
Yeah, yeah. No, it is disturbing how young it hits. Yeah, I was hoping, like that I used to think that like kids were free of it, but they did those studies with young kids, and it was already impacting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, the good news is we can change. This is prompted by something you did earlier, Joe. Baby's pretending she's dancing on the ceiling, leaping over chandeliers, reaching out her hands to touch the floor. Her daddy's on his way home. Any minute he'll be coming through the door. And just for this moment, everything is all right. And I know it cannot last, 'cause I've learned from the past, you cannot stop the travels of time. But just for this moment, everything is fine. Long ago I read life would be better if we could let go and let ourselves be here now. Well, you know that's not so easy. You get lazy and distracted and forget somehow that just for this moment, everything is all right. And I know that it will end, and even the memory will slowly dim and fade. But just for this moment, everything's okay. Moments come and go, love will ebb and flow, and children grow. We won't live forever. So I want you to know I love you so, and I'm so glad we're together. The way it is today, there but for the grace, praise on my mind and colors my thoughts constantly. But every now and then my eyes will open so I can see that just for this moment, everything is all right. And I know that we'll move on, and the moment will be gone, and I wouldn't change that even if I could. Just for this moment, life is Thank
Love that.
you. Thanks. And Irina, we're back to you. By the way, starting with your second song, this will be the last round.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful, Jan. I love that song. And this song is a song that was inspired by being denied healthcare and healthcare accommodations, and also so many of my friends. We've been postponing healthcare because of lack of accommodations, and so this is kind of the story of that. And this is actually a collaboration. So some of the verses I'm singing were actually written or co-written by other songwriters as well, including Chris Wiley, Liz Fitzgerald, Deborah Johnstone, now known as Love Builder of Worlds, and Megan Aceman, Cher Backus, and many others. And we still welcome more collaborators. And we're going to be recording specifically for singing. We're going to be recording this song soon. It's pretty much written. There's actually more verses than I'm going to sing now. And because of time, I actually pre-looped some of the parts because the song would be very, very long if I just looped everything. So some of this is pre-looped, but this is the only song where I pre-looped. Everything else is looped right there in the moment. But so this is called Killer Smile. And it's about those of us with medical challenges having trouble accessing healthcare that's safe. And also about those workers who are in healthcare who are trying to stay safe as well. And I'll put some info in the chat about if anybody wants to collaborate in the future on this song, how to get in touch with me. Thank you. We unite, we unite, we unite. In this fight, in this fight, in this fight. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around a while. Safe access to care is our right. She's with cancer, immune compromised, making it hard to decide what healthcare to skip, 'cause it's too much a risk. We just need your help to survive. Don't deny us safe medical care. COVID likes it when faces are bare. Don't you realize that it's us that could die from breakthrough infections you share? We unite, we unite, we unite. In this fight, in this fight, in this fight. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around a while. Safe access to care is our right. Please don't make us play COVID roulette. Healthcare's all we are trying to get. Aerosols are like knives. Please wear N95s. Baggy blues aren't enough to protect. We are high risk and we are still here. Listen to us and lend us your ear. We're all here in this. Wear a mask, reduce risk. COVID did not disappear. And thank you to those who wear N95s, who prioritize keeping patients alive, and at the same time protect yourself too. Please know we appreciate you. Here I am, I put my health in your hands, but I ain't doing that without some demands. I feel so activated. These problems you created, it's making me sick just to say it. I'll see confusions from somebody who I feel has got my same point of view, which is that my life is absolutely priceless. My power I'll never subdue. We unite, we unite, we unite. We will unite. In this fight, in this fight, in this fight. We're in. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around a while. Safe access to care is our right. Disabled people deserve to be here. We have rights, we will not disappear. Accommodations denied, they hung up and I cried. They said you cannot get healthcare here. Disability accommodations are not merely recommendations. There are laws to protect us, no need to infect us. Please get ADA education. Reunite, we unite, we unite. We will unite in this fight, in this fight. We're in. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around while safe access to care is our right. Isolating immune compromised. To healthcare they wore N95s, but their providers did not, and the COVID they caught, chronic illnesses intensified. Yeah, we live this, we speak what is true. Do no harm is what all must pursue. We're the sentinel canaries, knowing health is temporary. Long COVID can happen to you. We unite, we unite, we unite. We will unite in this fight, in this fight. We're in. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around while safe access to care is our right. We unite, we unite, we unite. We will unite in this fight, in this fight. We're in. We don't want to see that killer smile. We'd rather stick around while safe access to care is our right. Safe access to care is our right.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
Thank you so much. And one way that everybody can help, whether or not you're immune compromised, is when you go to a medical facility or any place that immunocompromised people have absolutely no choice to avoid, to wear a well-fitting N95 mask, but even if it's optional, because there are other people there who need that protection, whether or not you feel that you do. And thank you so much. So I'm going to actually end with a kind of happy, peaceful song, and it's called Waterfall. And so I just want to thank Jan and Joe for being here, and especially Jan for organizing this. So thank you so much.
My
for
pleasure, Irina.
creating this. And I wanted to mention that welcome everybody to donate to the CHIP tip jar, and my part of the tip jar is going to be going to the Nevertheless We Persist scholarship. So and also folks are welcome to donate
for that too. If could send my part for that too.
Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much. And so I think that the link for that is in the chat for the tip jar. Thank you so much. So this is Waterfall. Check, check. Okay. When the snow melts in the mountains, is she dreaming of the sea? Blowing powerful and certain, and cascading through the trees, carving layers in the granite, in the brilliant weathered stone. And I hope she still remembers when she rises up to home. Will she rise up to the clouds here to become tomorrow's rain? Will she wait until the winter to return as snow again? She remembers she is water, though she's touched by people here. May we cherish and respect her, keep the water snow melt clear. When the snow melts in the mountains, is she dreaming of the sea? Blowing powerful and certain, and cascading through the trees, carving layers in the granite, in the brilliant weathered stone. And I hope she still remembers when she rises up to home. And I know she still remembers when she rises up to home.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. All right, so this is my last song, right? Okay. Well, Irina did the dance and happy birthday song before, so I'm gonna do my song that's I'm gonna. This is a joke, but I'm gonna be recording a folk dance album soon. And this is gonna be. It's called "Don't Forget to Dance." When it was Aunt Gabby's time to go, she said toe to heel, heel to toe. When it was Aunt Gabby's time to go, she said toe to heel, heel to toe. Oh no, don't you cry for me, at least I went happy. And if you get the chance, don't forget to dance. Now Uncle Leo, he played guitar. That man never became a star, but he never lost his smile. That cat, he sure had style. He would say, if you get the chance, do your best to make 'em, do your best to make 'em dance. Now Aunt Judy, she ran marathons. Man, that lady could just go on and on. She ran real far but never lost her smile. She sure would go the extra mile. And she would say, have some fun. I hope you have a real good run. Now when it becomes my time to go, one thing I don't want to hear is boo, poor Joe. I have some fun, I wrote some songs. Some of them didn't even come out too wrong. And I know this is my chance, so I'm doing my best to get you in my old folk musician sort of way to dance. At least tap your toes or shake your head a little. You know, dance style. There we go. There we go. If you get the chance, don't forget to, yeah. If you get the chance, don't forget to. If you get the chance, don't forget to dance. Thank you for dancing.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to round things out with we live in such a competitive world right now. I'm sure this is not how it was supposed to be, but this is how it is. And everybody is examining themselves for flaws. And we all have them. So they're there to find, but they're not the point. So I wrote this song to emphasize that. Every lesson you learned is gold. Every scar where you healed is strong. You may once or twice have been broken, but you've done nothing wrong. Every outcome that didn't match all your plans and all your dreams, all the beauty you think you lack, is ablaze for all to see. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines, your light shines. All the obstacles in your path, all the trials you rose above, all those faults that you think you have, they are why you are loved. 'Cause your light shines through despite everything. Your light shines through. It's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines. Your light shines. It's true. You are not perfect, but no one is perfect, and that matters so much less than you'd expect. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines. Your light shines, your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you, and the cracks are there, so your light shines. Your light shines through. I want to thank
This is
Irina Rivkin. Thank you. And Joe Isaacs. And thank you for saying yes to this. I hope you'll do that again at some point.
absolutely.
It's
This
been a
is nice.
wonderful afternoon, and it was because of you. So,
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you three, everybody here. Thank you, everybody who's listening in the audience and who's been supporting. And
oh, I can give you names. We have
oh,
Rick
okay.
Drost. We have, did I say that right, Rick? We have Rick Herndon and Cynthia Millens. Mil, uh-oh. Maybe I can't. I don't know. But
But your light shines
uh,
through. So
Melanzi. She'll tell me if I mispronounced it. Sandy McElwain, and David Thompson, who was here from the UK. Janet is here from Israel, and we are truly international. So, thank you all. Hope you have a lovely evening. And
thank
it's
you.
not 109 where you are.
Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you.
You're entirely welcome. Uh-oh, Valerie, hi. You tuned in just in time to say goodbye. If we could all uncloak to say goodbye, that would be lovely. Don't you think? Are there other Star Trek fans here? There we are. Hi, Janet. I know this is way past your bedtime. At one point, Janet wrote a meme that pretty much said her mind had left the building. So anyway, thank you all for being here. You'll find this show on YouTube just like all the other ones. Night.
Thanks so much, Jan.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you,
you
Dave.
all.
Thank you for supporting and listening the whole time. Appreciate you.
Yes.
All right. You guys take care.
Have
You
a good rest of your
too.
day.